Australia receives first 2 of 29 U.S. AH-64E Apache helicopters to replace Tiger fleet by 2028. The U.S. Army Security Assistance Command on February 20, 2026, delivered the first 2 AH-64E Apache attack helicopters to Australia, initiating a 29-aircraft procurement under Project Land 4503, as reported by Terry Stover. The transfer, executed through the U.S. Foreign Military Sales Framework, formalizes the Australian Army's shift from the Airbus Tiger armed reconnaissance helicopter to Boeing's latest Apache Guardian configuration. The handover comes as Canberra accelerates land force modernization with a focus on long-range precision strike, improved network targeting, and expeditionary operations across the Indo-Pacific littoral environment. The AH-64E Apache Guardian represents the most recent evolution of a platform that has been in continuous operational service since the 1980s. Powered by 2 General Electric T700G701D turboshaft engines, each rated at approximately 2,000 shaft horsepower, the aircraft combines improved lift performance with enhanced survivability in hot and high environments. The E-model incorporates a composite rotor blade design and upgraded transmission, enabling higher cruise speeds and extended range compared to earlier variants. With a typical combat radius of roughly 480 kilometers, depending on payload and fuel configuration, the Apache aligns with Australia's requirement for dispersed operations across wide maritime approaches. Central to the AH-64E's lethality is its sensor and fire control suite. The helicopter integrates the APG-78 longbow fire control radar mounted above the rotor mast, capable of detecting and prioritizing multiple targets in adverse weather and through battlefield obscurance. Coupled with the modernized target acquisition designation sight and pilot night vision sensor, the crew can identify armored vehicles at extended standoff distances and engage without direct line of sight in certain conditions. Armament options include the AGM-114 Hellfire missile, designed for precision anti-armor strikes with engagement ranges typically up to 8 kilometers, as well as 70mm Hydra rockets and a 30mm M230 chain gun with a rate of fire of 625 rounds per minute. These systems provide a mix of precision and suppressive effects suited to both high-intensity conflict and lower-end contingencies. Australia's acquisition covers 29 aircraft, support equipment, training, and sustainment infrastructure. Australian Army aircrews and ground personnel have trained in the United States and the United Kingdom to build the initial cadre required for fleet introduction. The rapid assembly and first flight of the initial helicopters within 24 hours of arrival illustrate the maturity of the logistical chain and coordination between Boeing, U.S. Army aviation elements, and Australian defense authorities. Full operational capability is scheduled before the end of 2028, at which point the Tiger fleet will be fully retired. Replacing the Tiger armed reconnaissance helicopter involves more than a platform swap. The Tiger, introduced in the mid-2000s, faced availability and sustainment challenges that constrained readiness rates. The AH-64E offers a broader global user base and established supply chains, reducing lifecycle risk. Moreover, the Apache's digital architecture supports manned-unmanned teaming, allowing the crew to control or receive data from unmanned aerial systems through secure data links. This capacity, when paired with Australian surveillance drones, could extend target acquisition envelopes beyond the helicopter's organic sensor horizon. The AH-64E enables the Australian Army to conduct deep attack, armed reconnaissance, and close combat attack in support of joint operations. Operating at low altitude and using terrain masking, Apaches can penetrate contested airspace while minimizing radar exposure. Their ability to launch precision-guided munitions from standoff range enhances survivability against short-range air defense systems. In amphibious scenarios, the helicopters can embark on Royal Australian Navy vessels to provide overwatch during littoral landings, delivering immediate anti-armor and close air support to ground forces. The platform's network connectivity also facilitates integration with artillery, naval assets, and allied aircraft, reinforcing a distributed fires architecture. The broader strategic context frames this delivery as part of a deeper U.S.-Australia defense alignment. At the December 8th Australian-US ministerial consultations, both governments reaffirmed their commitment to expanding joint initiatives and industrial cooperation. The Apache acquisition fits within a pattern that includes long-range missile development, rotational U.S. force posture in Northern Australia, and enhanced interoperability under the AUKUS framework. By standardizing on a widely deployed U.S. attack helicopter, Canberra strengthens combined operational planning and logistics with American forces across the Indo-Pacific. As regional military modernization accelerates, particularly in maritime Southeast Asia and the South China Sea, Australia's decision to field the AH-64E signals an intent to maintain credible deterrence. The helicopter's mix of precision strike, sensor reach, and networked integration supports a defense posture oriented toward denial rather than mass. For Washington, the program reinforces alliance cohesion and extends a common operational language into the land domain. For the wider region, it underscores that advanced rotary wing capabilities remain central to shaping the balance of power in contested littoral and archipelagic environments.